Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the July 2026 Seminole County Board of Adjustment meeting. For those of y'all who haven't been to one of our boards before, please allow me to share with you briefly our policies and procedures. As we go through the agenda, staff will introduce each item for consideration. If you'd like to speak on a matter and you are not the applicant, there's a form out in the lobby we need you to fill out. Mark on it whether you're for or against the item and hand it to the clerk to our far left. The applicant and the applicant's supporters will be heard first, followed by folks who are in opposition. We ask that you keep your comments limited to just what the issue is before the board. We don't get into homeowners disputes and personal disputes and those kinds of things. And we ask that everybody treat others as they'd like to be treated with courtesy as neighbors. If there is a necessity, the applicant will be given an opportunity for rebuttal. And if you're an individual and you're not the applicant, you'll have 3 minutes to speak. If you represent a group, you'll have 6 minutes to speak. We ask you also that you identify yourself by the name and address when you come up to the podium. Don't be surprised if we ask questions. We'll ask questions of anyone who speaks. We'll ask questions of staff. That's just part of the process. If you come before us and you've got exhibits that you want to share, they'll be kept as part of the record. If what you have is just digital, that's fine. Our camera can pick that up. We just ask that you share it, email a copy of it to staff after the meeting. Once we have heard from everybody, the floor will be closed. We will have discussion. I will ask for a motion from the board. We will vote on it, and that will be the end of the item for this night. If you are not happy with our decision, you can appeal it to the Board of County Commissioners, and after the meeting, staff can help you with that process. And having said that, we're ready for item number 2, because item number 1 has been resolved.
Good evening, Angie Gates. Item number 2 is a request for a fence height variance from 4 feet to 5 feet in the PD Plan Development District in the Red Ember North subdivision located at 3355 Pine Timber Point. The subject property is a corner lot and is considered to have 2 front yards for setback purposes. The front of the house faces Pine Timber Point, and the Cedar Shake court side is where the variance is being sought. The proposed aluminum fence will be 3 inches from the sidewalk and 5 feet from the edge of pavement. Traffic engineering has no objection to the placement of the fence as it relates to site visibility, and the Red Ember Homeowners Association has approved the proposed fence project. There have not been any prior variances for the subject property, and this concludes my presentation.
Thank you, ma'am. Any questions for staff?
Mr. Chair?
Sure.
Section 3 of the application states that there's a lot of homeowners that have already, that have other privacy fences like this or close to. By chance, do we know of any of those came through the county for official permitting by chance?
I'm sure that there have been for permitting. I couldn't find any other variances for similar fence requirements. Now that our code is 5 feet from the side street property line, with traffic engineering approval, we haven't, since this subdivision was approved, we haven't had very many
Thank you.
variances.
Any other questions for staff? Seeing none. Is the applicant here? Is there anything you'd like to add, sir? You don't have to if you don't want to.
No,
If you do, though, we do need you to come down, though.
it sounded like your staff is in agreement with my position, so I don't have a lot to say.
Gotcha. By chance, do any of y'all have a question for the applicant? All right. Anyone in the audience to speak in support of this matter? Seeing none. Anyone in the audience to speak in opposition? Seeing none. What is your pleasure?
Move to approve, Mr. Chair.
A motion approved from Mr. Beagley.
Second.
We have a second from Ms. Clifford. Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Enjoy, sir. Number 3, please.
Item number 3 is a request for a rear yard setback variance from 7.5 feet to 2 feet for a pole screen enclosure in the PD Plan Development District in the Buckingham Estates Phase 2 subdivision located at 6313 Bordeaux Circle. The proposed screen enclosure will be 1,560 square feet and will encroach 5.5 feet into the required rear yard setback. The rear of the property abuts a retention open space easement. In 2005, the Board of Adjustment approved a rear yard setback variance from 7.5 feet to 5 feet for a pool, and in 2024, the Board of Adjustment approved a rear yard setback variance from 7.5 feet to 5 feet for a pool screen enclosure. The Buckingham Estates Homeowners Association approved the construction of a pool enclosure based off the 2024 variance approval. The 2 letters of support were received from adjacent neighbors, and this concludes my presentation.
Thank you, ma'am. Any questions for staff? Seeing none, is the applicant here? Anything you'd like to add, sir?
Yeah, I think we pretty much nailed it.
Any questions for the applicant? All right, anyone in the audience to speak in support of this matter? Seeing none, anyone in the audience to speak in opposition? Seeing none, it's the board's pleasure.
Move to approve.
Second?
Mr. Wright has moved to approve, Mr. Beagley seconds. Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Easy for me to say.
That is.
Those opposed? Seeing none, enjoy your enclosure. We'll be by with our swimsuits.
Item number 4 is a request for a rear yard setback variance from 30 feet to 18 feet for a screen enclosure in the R1A Single Family Dwelling District in the Tuska Ridge Unit 8 subdivision located at 1138 Hollow Pine Drive. The proposed 380-square-foot screen enclosure will be constructed on the existing concrete slab and will encroach 12 feet into the required rear yard setback. The applicant applied for a building permit number 26-7690, and at that time, it was determined that the necessity of the rear yard setback variance would be required. There have not been any prior variances for the subject property, and this concludes my presentation.
Thank you, ma'am. Any questions for staff? Is the applicant here? Anything you'd like to add, sir? No, sir. We'll be out of here in no time. You guys are making it easy. All right, well, any questions for the applicant?
Right until you said that, yes, I have one.
I'm sorry, sir.
Thanks, Mr. Chair. So,
Except for Mr. Beagley. Could you come down, please, sir? Mr. Beagley has a question. I support you in this.
I'm
excited to hear what you have to say.
it's not that like earth-shattering, so.
And I'm sorry, for the record, could you please share your name and address?
I am a contractor, sir.
But still,
Okay, what is the question, sir?
your name and address, please. And it can be your business address.
My number?
Your name and
My
your
name
business address.
Juan. Sigma Outdoor is my company, sir, contractor.
All right. And your question?
So real quick, do you know if the residents have contacted the other neighbors and the residents that were nearby, just to make sure that they're okay with this?
So the neighbors have same structures, the same enclosures.
Oh, okay.
So I propose same enclosure.
Thank you.
Okay, sir, thank you so much.
Any other questions? That was a good one,
I
too.
was just saying.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Anyone here to speak in support of this matter? Seeing none, anyone here to speak in opposition? Seeing none, those in favor? I'm sorry, is there a motion?
I move to
I'm
approve.
moving here.
I move to approve.
A motion approved from Ms.
Second.
Clifford. Is it Mr. Wright seconds? Those in favor?
Aye.
Those up? Maybe I should slow down.
No, you're doing great.
Good, good. Keep it cranking, baby.
All right.
Keep it cranking.
That's a success to your clients. They have been approved. Number 5, please.
Take my time on this one.
I will too, yes.
Excuse me.
Oh,
Talk really slow.
Good evening. For the record, Hillary Payton, Planning and Development. Item number 5 is 6 variance requests for 6001 Twin Lakes Drive, located in the Twin Lakes Manor subdivision. The requests are, if you guys are ready, a north side yard setback variance from 7.5 feet to 3.3 feet, a south side yard setback variance from 7.5 feet to 1.7 feet, a south side yard setback variance from 7.5 feet to 0.8 feet, a south side yard setback variance from 7.5 to 0 feet, a south side yard setback variance from 7.5 to 0.6 feet, a south side yard setback variance from 7.5 to 2.3 feet for 6 different accessory structures in the R1A zoning district. The 6 existing accessory structures need to be brought into compliance. There is a 100-square-foot shed that is utilized to cover the property's irrigation well, which encroaches 4.2 feet into the north side yard setback, a 336-square-foot detached garage, which encroaches 5.8 feet into the south side yard setback, an 800-square-foot carport, which encroaches 6.7 feet into the south side yard setback, a 192-square-foot shed, which encroaches entirely into the south side yard setback. It is currently 0.4 feet off of the property line, but it is required to be brought onto the property line at building permitting. And there is a 160 square foot shed, which encroaches 6.9 feet into the south side yard setback, and a 240 square foot carport, which encroaches 5.2 feet into the south side yard setback. The property borders Orange County jurisdiction on the south side. A code enforcement violation, number 25-197, was issued for several of the structures, resulting in the necessity of this variance. This concludes my presentation. I'm available for any questions.
Perfect, thank you. Any questions for staff? Is the applicant here?
Yeah.
Could you come on up, sir? I know I have a question at least, and some other folks on the board might also. Could you first, please, sir, give us your name and address?
My name is Francisco Ruperto. The address is 6001 Twin Lakes Drive, Oviedo, Florida, 32765.
And before we ask questions, do you have anything you'd want to share?
No, we didn't know that we weren't in compliance with this. Some of this stuff has been there for over 32 years, and we had an inspector come and he says, "Hey, you're too close to the property line." I think 2 weeks ago, I had to move one of the sheds 4 inches off the property line, and I called up a company and they moved it. So.
I'll go ahead and ask my question, just because you touched on what I was thinking. You'd said some had been there for 32 years.
Yes.
For how long would you say, if you know, how long is the youngest one been sitting there?
I believe it was maybe 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah, okay, so nothing there's new.
No. As a matter of fact, we thought everything was in compliance. Where I put the sheds and the carport, if you see, it's all woods there. I got my 2 neighbors, Linda and Dave, that they live opposite they're what they call Seminole County. They live on the opposite side. And they can't afford to trim their trees. Every year or so, I said, "Linda, this tree is dangerous here. Can we cut it down?" She says, "Frank, if you want to, you got to pay for it." And I do. But I can't cut it all down. I mean, it's like almost 2 acres going straight down the road there in trees. They're old, they can't afford to do it, and to cut a tree today is about $1,200 to $1,500.
Oh, easy.
Yeah.
Any other questions for the applicant? Seeing none, thank you, sir.
Okay.
Is there anyone in the audience to speak in support of this matter? Seeing none, anyone to speak in opposition? Seeing none, it's the board's pleasure.
Mr. Chair, I move to approve.
Mr. Beagley has moved to
Second.
approve. Ms. Clifford has seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right. Enjoy, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Number 6.
Item number 6 is 2 variance requests for 3710 Kentucky Street, located in the Sanford Celery Delta subdivision. The requests are for an east side yard setback variance from 50 feet to 10 feet and a west side yard setback variance from 50 feet to 21 feet for a barn in the A1 zoning district. The request is to construct a 2,160 square foot barn encroaching 40 feet into the east side and 29 feet into the west side's yard setback. This concludes my presentation. I'm available for any questions.
Any questions for staff? Quick question, and not necessarily dispositive, but just my curiosity, that what in our photos to the west, new subdivision, has that been completed?
It's still in development.
Gotcha.
That's in the city of Sanford's jurisdiction.
Sure, I was just curious
Yeah,
how
and
the
there's like
photo
a
was.
10-foot buffer in between their property and that new development.
How much of a buffer?
I think it's 10 feet.
Gotcha, thank you, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions for staff? Is the applicant here?
Yes, sir.
Anything you'd like to add, sir?
Just,
If so, we need you on the microphone.
excuse me. My name's Sean Canada, 3710 Kentucky Street.
Yes, sir.
I'm just trying to put agricultural building in my property. The property's very narrow but very long, and that's why I need the variance.
Any questions for the applicant?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, sir. Mr. Wright?
what's the dimensions of the building?
The total dimensions is 40 by 54.
And the long way, the 54 side is the going parallel with the rear yard?
No, it's the width of the building. The width of the building, the main part of the building is only 30 by 40. It has two sides on it.
And the reason I'm asking that is because it's not a square on my graphic, it's only a rectangle, so I was wondering why the building wasn't rotated, so the variance request for less.
That's the style of the building, that's the design of it.
Okay. Thank you.
And this will be used just for agricultural purposes?
I garden, I farm,
Sure.
I raise bees, and I need a place for storing my stuff.
You didn't bring honey?
We haven't harvested yet. It's still about a month off.
Any other questions for the applicant? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Anyone in the audience to speak in support of this matter? Seeing none, anyone here to speak in opposition? Seeing none, what's the board's pleasure?
I move to approve.
Ms. Clifford has moved to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second from Mr. Wright. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, enjoy your barn, sir.
Thank you.
It's going to look sharp.
Yeah,
I know, that's
nice.
cute.
That looks nice.
It's nicer than I
Yeah.
thought, yeah.
And our final item, number 7.
Good evening. For the record, Julia Moreno, Planning and Development.
Your mic's not
Item number 7 is a variance request for 1130 Roseboro Road. The subject property is located in the San Lando Spring Tract C subdivision. The request is for a south side yard setback variance from 10 feet to 5 feet for a pool screen enclosure in the R1AA Single Family Dwelling District. The applicant has applied for a building permit number 26-0006802, and at that time, it was determined that a setback variance will be required. The proposed structure to be constructed will be 26 feet by 46 feet. There have not been any prior variances for the subject property. This concludes my presentation.
Thank you, ma'am. Any questions for staff? Is the applicant here? That would be you, sir. Come on up, please. Would you share with us your name and address, please?
Yes, sir. Joseph Fort, 1400 South Ronald Reagan Boulevard in Longwood.
Got you. You're their contractor?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. What you have to share?
Nothing additional at this time. I just wanted to thank the staff for their efforts as well and be available if there's any questions or concerns you may have.
Board's questions? I have one. I wouldn't fall within your scope of work, but do you know if your clients have chatted with the neighbors?
On this one, they have not chatted with the neighbors. Typically, that setback is going to be the standard rear of 5 foot, but because it's on the corner lot, you lose your rear property line. You have 2 fronts and you have 2 sides. So in any other case, that would be the standard setback of 5 foot, and for an instance.
Gotcha. Any other questions? Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for your time.
Certainly. Anyone here to speak in support of the matter? Seeing none. Anyone here to speak in opposition? Seeing none. What's the pleasure of the board?
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Beagley has moved to approve. Ms. Clifford has seconded. Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? All right. You are approved. That leaves as a last thing on the agenda the minutes, and the chair will entertain a motion.
Move to approve.
We have a motion to approve from Mr. Wright. Second?
Second.
Second, Ms. Clifford. Those in favor?
Aye.
That passes. Anything else anybody wants to chat about? We are adjourned. Thank you all so very much. Have a good night.